It's us. Welcome.
We're here.
Are you here? I think we're here. Yeah. Welcome to episode number 267. Can you believe it? Of our button show. What does this button do? And what's new with Google Photos in 2023, Chris?
There's nothing.
Nothing new.
There's no same old thing.
Okay. All right, let's see. What are we doing? There they are. Linda, Jolyn, Steve, and
Ron.
There's Ron and Detlef, ready in Chicago. Great to see you. Oh.
Jolyn, thank you.
Thank you very much. Good idea. Go ahead and hit that button. And it's cloudy in Tampa. It's probably cold in Pittsburgh. And it's kind of chilly in Arizona. That's great. Well, we have an educational show about smartphones and technology with us, Geeks on Tour. Do you think your smartphone is smarter than you? We're going to find out in just a minute, but Chris has a quick tip. What do you have, Chris?
So we're going to be telling you about several of the new features and changes in Google Photos today, and we will get to the most recent ones, but I just want to make sure that everybody knows about what I think is the best feature update of 2023, and it was early in the year, so you probably already know about it. You may have watched our video 791. I am not going to show that video here. I'm just going to demonstrate, but if you want to watch it, you just go to geeksontour.com/791 and it will pull up that video. But what I want to show you, and this works exactly the same on either Android or iPhone. This happens to be my Android, and I'm going to pull up a picture here. Look at all those wires, electrical wires, telephone wires, I don't know, but they make
Cable.
They make the picture really ugly. And I thought it was so cool that I got this miniature lighthouse with the sunshine behind it. You tap on Edit, and then it might be right under Suggestions, but if not, it should be under Tools, and it's called Magic Eraser. Hold my beer. Watch this. I just tap on it. It investigates the picture, and through artificial intelligence thinks, oh, I wonder if you want to get rid of all those wires and poles. Yes, indeed. Thank you very much. I just tap Erase All, and they are gone, and that is so much better a picture. And I think it's even improved since it first came out. I showed a telephone wire example in video 791, and it wasn't as good as this. So Google Photos just keeps improving. Now, but this is only available on the phones, on mobile. It's not on the computer at all. And even on the phones, you must be a premium subscriber. You must pay something to Google for storage. That makes you a Google One subscriber. But it is, $2 a month. It is worth it for Magic Eraser.
Okay. Hi everyone, I'm Jim, and here together with my wife Chris, we are Geeks on Tour. Do you think your smartphone is smarter than you? And do you have questions about your iPhone or your tablet? And how do you learn about these amazing devices?
Well, we are geeks, also known as propeller heads, but we are geeks who teach. We think the best way to learn is in bite-sized pieces on a regular basis, so that's what this show is all about. We pick a different topic each time, go into a little bit of depth, and all of our content is collected on our website at geeksontour.com.
Cool. So, Chris, where are we now?
We're home, and it is December, so we're partying. We went to our dive club party. We're going to another one this week somewhere. So happy holidays, everybody.
If you are celebrating.
But meanwhile, we're in Florida, and it's, 83 degrees here?
Okay,
People
I'll take it.
Yeah.
These people who are
Like
cold,
it.
sorry.
Anybody else?
Oh, yeah, sure. We have a few more out there. Julie, it's good to see you. You're our neighbor. Rainy in the Willamette Valley of Oregon. Debbie Diver says, hi, kids. Our buddy
Hey,
Chloe in North Carolina. Sue. Lorene, it's good to see you.
Hi, Lorene, yeah.
We love you, too.
Where is she? I thought she would be at the party this...
Yeah, missed you at the party. Anyway, good to see you. And thank you to our premium members. You make all of this work possible. And we're going to give you some ideas on how you can even help some more. If you're not a premium member, we want you to join and become a premium member. There are some great benefits, and we'll tell you about those.
And there's some benefits to us, too.
Oh, goodness. No.
Okay.
I want to remind our premium members you have a backstage pass right after this online show. We have a Zoom meeting with our premium members where you can come in and you can ask questions. We'll just join together and we'll have a good time, and we'll have a drink a toast. Okay, tomorrow at 7 Eastern Time, tomorrow evening at 7 Eastern Time, we have another one of Chris's Ask Chris Anything about Google Photos. You know, Chris wrote the book on Google Photos. She is a diamond level product expert for Google Photos, and if she doesn't know the answer, the question is probably not worth asking. All right.
And what that is, that Ask Chris Anything, did you say it's just another YouTube Live? So we will be live again tomorrow at 7 p.m.
Cool. All right, and what do you have here? Updates. It's time for changes and new features.
You know how some products keep an ongoing list. When you get a new app on your app store, it will tell you what the latest version is and what the changes are. What do they call a change log? Yeah. To my knowledge, there is no such thing for Google Photos. There is no change log where you can see everything. So I try to make one myself, and I want to show you that. You just go to geeksontour.com, and it's GP updates. So you go geeksontour.com/GP updates, and you'll get here. And I just try to make a note every time I learn of a new feature or every time I just notice something new. I date it and I mention the chapter of the book that it applies to. So you can, if you have the book, you can go through and make a note of it. And I've been doing this for several years. But so what we're going to go through today is just this year as far as we can get. The first one, November 15, it applies to chapter 4, screenshots, document, and calendar under search. Let me show you what that's all about. So I am back in Google Photos, and at the main photo screen, this is just your grid. If you click on search, I'm sure you're aware that there are people and pets. It groups faces together. It groups places together. It groups things together. New is documents. And if you view all, for example, screenshots, it says, sometimes you need to take a screenshot. I'll make them easy to find. You click search, documents, screenshots, and then I think this is a cool little touch. Google figures, hey, when you take a screenshot, it's probably because you need to remember something right now. And it's not something that you need to see in your thread of photos all the time. There's this little button. You can archive after 30 days. Archive means just take it out of the mainstream of your photos and put it in a back room. And from there you can delete them if you want, but at least they're moved out of your mainstream photos. So that was number one, the most recent at least in my list. In my list, that was the most recent
update.
There. I make this a little bit more readable. The next one is stacks. And this is something that is only on mobile. And we have a video on this.
And which one?
Video 824. Hi, this is Chris Guld with Geeks on Tour. And I know how annoyed you all get when you look at your Google Photos library and you see a bunch of duplicates. You know, they're not actually duplicates, right? I mean, you did take 10 pictures of that pretty sunset. But once you've identified your best one, how can you easily delete all the rest so they're not taking up storage space? Let me show you stacks. I'm going to take 3 pictures of this little Android guy. 1, and 2, and 3. How about 4 for good measure? So here's what it looks like after I've taken those pictures. On my phone, I see 1, 2, 3, 4 pictures of that little Android guy. Now, I also took 3 pictures of this glass, 3 pictures of Jim, and 3 pictures of the Android guy in a different way. That was over a half hour ago, however, and see how they have been stacked. So if I tap on Jim, I will see all 3 pictures, but there is one that has been identified as the top pick. I don't know. You can decide which one you want to be the top pick. You tap the 3 dots and set as top pick. So that's how that works. It only takes up 1 photo square in your library, but there are actually 3 photos there. So there are 3 photos taking up space in your Google Photos account. So if I say I only want to keep 1, you tap on this, and if you swipe up, I can tap on keep this and delete the rest. So once I do that, allow photos to move 2 photos to the trash, allow. Now, there is no longer a stack. You don't see those that little 2 squares up there. You only see the 1 photo. Now, how did this happen? Well, when you are looking at your all photos, your photo library, your grid, you should see a 3 dots. And here is the stack similar photos. If I turn that off and go back to the library, you will see that I have 3 pictures of the glass and 3 pictures of the little Android guy. I tap the 3 dots, stack similar photos, and now you only see the 1 of the glass and the 1 of the Android, but the little 2 squares in the 3. Now, if that looks familiar to you, it's because this is the same process that has always been in existence for burst photos. I take a burst shot by swiping down. Notice I got 15 shots there. So here's what the burst shot looks like. Notice that the icon is a little bit different from the stacks, but it works pretty much the same. You can open it up. You can swipe up and keep this and delete the rest. I don't want to. And here's another difference. If I go to my settings, and you can get to that by settings also, by the way, photo settings, preferences, stack similar photos, and I can turn it off. Now the stacks have opened up, but the burst has not. I'm going to put those back on. These were the 4 I took before, And if I stack similar photos, notice it stacks 3 of them but leaves 1. I can't explain that. It thought that this one was different enough that it didn't belong in the stack. So that's how Stacks works. Maybe someday they'll give us a way to filter so that we see only our stacks. Then we can seriously clean up. Yes, I was saying I expect to see some comments in the chat that I don't have those 3 dots. Right, a lot of people don't. It's the newest feature in Google Photos, and it's still rolling out. And sometimes it can take a long time to get to any particular account. So now you just know what it is when it does appear in your Google Photos.
Hey, look at that. Thank you, Michael Daniels. You're such a great guy. And if you don't know Michael Daniels, you should find him on YouTube. Thanks so much. All right. So we have a few.
And you know how he did that? He just clicked the little $ icon next to a chat.
Pretty amazing how you can do All right. Where are we?
Another thing that you might not know in what we just covered is what is the archive. I talked about the little button to automatically put your screenshots in the archives. If you don't know what archive is, let me just show you that. So the archive is just a place. So I have several pictures here. You know, this was just a mistake, but I had a reason for this. Notice how it says move to archive, or if it doesn't, I can swipe up, move to archive. What that has done, it's taken it out of my main stream and put it into the archive. I can see the archive under library and archive. Anything that's in the archive is still in your Google Photos, and it will show up on a search or in albums. It's just gotten it out of the way. So that's what archive means. All right, so just to review, if you want to just see, hey, what's new with Google Photos, anytime you want, you can go to geeksontour.com/GP updates. What does GP stand for?
Google Photos.
Very good. He passed
Let me
the
guess.
test. Okay. Next, new features that are exclusive to the Pixel 8 and 8 Pro. Now, I can't show you these because we don't have a Pixel 8 or 8 Pro.
Don't
we
you
would
feel
love
sorry
to.
for us?
I think we should have one. How about people click that little $sign? Or it would take, 10 or 12 new members to give us the money to buy a new Pixel Pro.
So if you're
Anyway.
watching out there, become a member.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
support Geeks on Tour.
Anyway, and if you don't know what the Pixel 8 is, that is Google's phone, made by Google, and it is their latest model, and it has AI baked right in.
Right. I have the Pixel 7, so I should get a Pixel 8 Pro.
It's a
don't you
great
think?
phone, but
It is.
but only the Pixel 8 has these new features. And I can show you the Google official article on it. I guess I'll have to click here. There we go. So 4 new Google Photos features. These are really cool features. The first one is called Best Take. So if you've taken a picture of a group of people, and usually you take 3 or 4, right? Trying to get the best one. Well, what if the best one is on one photo of person A and it's on a different photo? Watch this. You just click on the face you want to change, click on the face you want to change it to, and you have the best group shot of everybody. Now, any smartphone with Google Photos and a Google One paid subscription can do Magic Eraser, but this is Magic editor. Notice how the tent is being moved over, and then it's automatically filling in what was outside of the frame of the picture. That is Magic Editor. And then you can change the sky there. It changes it. It puts a cloud in a blue sky where it was just a gray sky. So that's called Magic Editors. We have Best Take, Magic Editor, and then Magic Audio Eraser. Now, you're not going to be able to hear this, but I will explain as it go by. So, Audio Eraser analyzes your little clip of video, and it says, oh, I hear sounds that are somebody talking. I hear sounds that are crowd. I hear sounds that are wind. Now you can click the edit button. You can say, hey, that wind sound, tone it down. Or the dog barking, get rid of that. So that the voice, that's Magic Audio Magic Eraser. Jeez. And then last but not least is Zoom Enhance. Just like on TV shows. You know, those crime scene TV shows have these pictures of
zoom in on this.
Zoom in, okay.
Make it clearer.
Now clear it up.
And you get a license plate number off of it. Crystal clear. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's getting there.
So those are the four. The four new features, but that are for the Pixel 8 Pro only. It's still Google Photos, but only on the Pixel 8.
Great.
All right. This one, I know this is a really messy slide. Sorry. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. More details. Now that we do have to pay for storage, people are asking, well, how much storage does this picture take? And you now can find out. So on the phone, I can swipe up on this photo, and I see also, I see the date it was taken, the maps, where it was taken, what phone took it, and I can see that it was backed up in Storage Saver. This item doesn't take up space in your account storage. Wow, isn't that nice? Why is that? Because it's from 2017, when there was still unlimited for free storage. So this photo doesn't count against my storage. So if you're cleaning up photos to save space, deleting this one would make no difference. This item doesn't take up space, okay? How about this one? This one is on this device, so apparently this phone took that picture, and it's backed up, and it's taking up 6.4 megabytes. It is in Storage Saver size. So and this one is not on this device. Why? Because this is my Samsung phone, and it was taken by the iPhone, by my iPhone. It tells me that it was backed up. So it's probably on my iPhone. I could go look there. So that's just one, good to know. Nice to know. And one extra thing that you get on the web version of Google Photos is any albums that a photo might be in. I really like that. So in this photo, I can see that I added that photo to my December album. Really, really good to know. I will not delete that one because the photos in my monthly albums are very important to me. All right. I think we're time for questions.
Okay, but first of all, we have another
Yay,
super sticker.
thank you.
Thank you, Photo McMahon. That is so kind of you. And we appreciate you. There are some other
Hair,
ones.
character, exaggeratedly stretchable.
Oh, no, that's the video.
Okay. That's just on the icon. Okay.
Bill wants to know, does the audio feature have to be used only on videos taken with the Pixel 8 phone? Can the shared videos be edited?
Good question. I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. Well, I don't have a Pixel 8, so I can't try this.
So
But,
Linda says
good
if
question.
I take a
I'll
picture
check it out.
on my Samsung and view them on my Pixel 8, she has a Pixel 8.
Right, yes.
I want one. Will the features work like they would if I took them with the Pixel 8?
I'm pretty sure the answer is yes, because this is all AI and editing technology. So I'm pretty sure, Bill, Olive Cousin, the answer is yes to yours as well. This is AI and editing. It did not have anything to do with the camera. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Okay. Honey says you are Samsung and you have it. I don't have it on my Galaxy 23 Ultra.
It has nothing to do with... You're talking about the stacks feature.
Yeah.
It has
Julie
nothing
doesn't have stacks.
A lot of people don't have stacks. I still don't have one other feature that came out in June. So no, it's account-based. It has to do with your account. For example, I can...
It's not only on iOS because it's on some.
Right.
Yeah.
I can... Yeah. I want to show you. I can go into... Here's my Google Photos. This happens to be my iPhone. And notice that there are the 3 dots and I can stack similar photos. But if I go to a different account, if I go to my test account, Alice, she does not have 3 dots. So it has nothing to do with the phone or the version of the operating system or anything. It has to do with your account. The feature rolls out to different accounts.
Okay, let's see. Anybody else? Oh. All right, let's see. Where did we go? I think I have them all.
Okay.
So cool.
Next comes Locked Folder. And Locked Folder has been out for a while. I have been advising against it because Locked Folder is stored on your phone in a completely separate place, and it's easy to lose the photos that are in that locked folder. What's changed, what's new, is there is now a way to back those up so you won't lose them. So I feel okay about telling people about it now. If you have some super secret photos that you don't want anybody to see, this is how to do it. Video 827. Have you ever handed your phone to somebody and been worried that they might see a picture that you do not want them to see? You could put them in the archive in Google Photos, then they won't show up in the stream of your photos, but they could still show up in other apps or in an album or when you searched. If you really, really want to make sure that nobody sees it, the locked folder is for you. Let me show you how it works. Let me show you how it works on my Android phone. I already have it set up. I will back up and show you how to set it up in a minute. It's in Library and then Utilities. And you scroll down to the bottom, Locked Folder. Notice I have to put my fingerprint in order to unlock it. And it will lock itself back again right away. Every time you visit the locked folder, you must unlock it the same way you would unlock your phone. I want to show you how this works on the computer also. So on the computer, in Google Photos, in my same account, you'll find locked folder over on the left-hand menu. You click it, and then you have to re-verify your Google account. And next. Now you can see your locked folder. And once again, as soon as I back out to main Google Photos, I go to locked folder, it's going to be locked again. So let's say that my great-grandfather was a pirate and he left a treasure map in the attic that I have found, and I have figured it out, and I have the exact GPS coordinates, and I know that it is a lot of gold. I want this photo available to me on my phone, but it is secret. I don't want anybody else to see it. So what do? You just swipe up and over to move to locked folder. Now, the first time you do this, you'll get this screen where you're going to set up the locked folder, and it tells you a little bit about it. When you set up the locked folder, that's all you have to do. And on the next screen, it says back up the locked folder. I highly, highly, highly recommend that you do this, because the locked folder is a completely separate thing from your main Google Photos library and will not be backed up. So if you do not turn on the backup here and you lose your phone, you lose what's in the locked folders. Even if you just clear cache or reinstall Google Photos, you would lose your locked folder if you don't have backup turned on. So now with my treasure map, it just wants confirmation. Do you want to move this to the locked folder? Yes, that's what I want to do. It takes it out of your Google Photos library and puts it in to the locked folder. Let's do another one. Here's a photo of a very secret note I want in the locked folder. I just swipe up, move to locked folder. Now, if I want to see library, utilities, locked folder, and I have to give my fingerprint, there they are. So if you have, I honestly don't use it. I don't have anything that is that secret, but if you do, that is the feature that Google Photos gives you.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Lowland. How about that?
We're on our way to getting that Pixel 8.
And she's from Canada.
Thank you.
Great. Okay, album highlights.
Next is album highlights. Now, if you make your own albums, I don't particularly care for it. But if you just say, I want an album of all the faces of Jim, then I would definitely want an album highlight. So let me just show you what they are. I'm not going to say it. Album highlights. So let me get back to my account. I'm still on Alice Apples here. If I were to make an album, I'm just going to select a handful of photos, add to, and oh, look at here. This is interesting. It's saying, do you want to add just 16 items or 18 items that includes the stacked photos? That's an interesting. No, thank you very much. I don't want duplicates in my album. I'll take just the 16. And I add to an album, and right away it creates this highlights. Why do I need 12 highlights when I only selected 12 pictures for the album? So I would just remove it right away. I'd say, no, I don't need that. I am making this album. But that said, there are times when it comes in very handy. You might like it. Cool. If you have an old album that you want, let me see. I think maybe that one has, I usually remove them. So how to find one that has, there we go. All right, so here's an album of mine, and it has these highlights. I don't see remove on there anywhere. But if you long press remove shows up. Or edit. Let's say you like it, but you go through and you see one photo in here that you don't want on a highlight. You can edit and choose add more to the highlights or remove ones that are in the highlights. So, and then the other thing is, okay, I have an album, say, of 500 photos. I don't want to share 500 photos. I'll share the highlights. And that is easy to do. You just start playing it. And sometimes there's music in here too. I can decide when and when not. But these are the highlights. And if I tap, I have the share button. This is the iPhone, so the share is that square with the up arrow. On the Android, that would be the 3-dot slingshot thing. And you can either share the one photo that you're looking at, or you can share the whole highlights. Tap share, you can get a link, or you can just send it to somebody. So that is album highlights. And just to review then, it's something that is automatically created at the top when you create an album. If you don't want it, you can choose to delete it when it's first being created, or you can long press on it on an older album. Want to add it to an old album? There is a 3-dot menu and edit album, and you will see an add highlights to an old album that did not have the highlights. And if you want to share it, you play the highlight, click the share button. Okay. And next, new or rearranged buttons. So this is just a screen. If you have all of the new features, then you have all 5 of these buttons. Bigger. Number 1, that plus button, that is how you can, from scratch, create a highlight video. Don't know what a highlight video is? That's coming next. We will teach you that before this is over. Number 2, that is the share button, and it used to be down at the bottom. They've just moved it up to the top to make room for the new memories button, number 5. The 3, the little check mark, that's always been there. That will select the entire month below or day, whatever group your screen is currently showing. And then those 3 dots we've talked about, that's for stacks and layout. So if you see a button, if you see a new button on your screen, you don't know what it is, it's one of these. Now we're ready for that highlight video. And let's do the automatic 825 first. Hi, I'm Chris Guld with Geeks on Tour, and I use Google Photos all the time. I especially love making little movies out of a combination of my photos and videos. It's so easy, and Google Photos is where all my photos and videos are, so it's just no work. Well, they've made a few changes. It's now called highlight videos, and I want to show you, one, how you can ask Google through AI to select the pictures for you just by telling it your topic and your dates, or number 2, how the movie maker, the highlight video maker, now works on the web and on the mobile. Let me show you how. So this happens to be my Samsung Android phone, but what I'm going to show you works just the same on an iPhone Google Photos. So we went scuba diving a bit this year, and I want to make a highlight video of our scuba trips. You go to Library and Utilities, find Highlight Video, and now you can just search for your topics. There's scuba diving right there, but I only want scuba diving from this year. So I'll tap on the little calendar icon. I'll tap Edit for start date and end date and put start date of January 2023 and end date of 12/9. And OK. Now that's all. I want all scuba diving from this year. And you tap preview. It says it's loading one of 13 videos. Now I'm kind of surprised that it did not select any photos, only videos, but okay, I'm going with just the totally automatic method of creating this highlight video. It takes a little while to load the videos and prepare the highlight video. When it's ready, you can play it. It's already added music. That's a new piece of music for Google Photos too. I like it. So if you like what it's done, all you have to do is tap save. And that will also take a minute, but they will notify you when the movie is ready. So I'll pause. I just got the little notification popped up on the phone here saying that my highlight video is ready, and you can play it. Notice it automatically made it a horizontal video because all of the pieces were horizontal landscape. And that is making an automatic highlight video. Literally takes 2 seconds. Just decide what you want. In the next video, I'll show you how to make your own and edit them on both web and mobile devices.
Yeah?
Yeah, the next video is 6 minutes. Can we... Yeah, sure. Next video, which is...
8:26.
Yeah. If you take a lot of photos and videos and you use Google Photos, you need to see how easy it is to put them together into what is now called highlight videos. It used to be called the Movie Maker. I want to show you how to do it and how it's changed on the web version and the mobile versions. I'm Chris Guld with Geeks on Tour. You can create highlight videos using the web version on a computer of Google Photos. First, I want to show you the photos and videos that I have picked out. These are all from our visit to London recently, so be careful which way you look when you cross the street. There's a video on that. There's this wonderful old train and a video. Now, these are just photos, but I want you to notice that they are motion photos. So if I open one of these photos, it plays a couple seconds of motion. You'll see why that's important in a minute. And here with this swan as well. And notice some of them have sound. Some of the sound is important and some not so much. So where do we start? Just like the old Movie Maker, you can start just by selecting the images that you want in your movie. And I'm going to select all of these. There's 3 videos. You click the plus. And then instead of movie, it's highlight video. Now this looks fairly similar to how it used to be. One thing I want to change, all but one of my elements are in horizontal landscape format. So I click this little button down here to say I don't want it portrait, I want it landscape. So in the video, you see the section up here where there's a length of video. I think that could have gone for a little bit longer. All I have to do is drag that over. And same with the train. And that's probably good. In this clip, we have competing sound. We have the background music and the sound in the video. What can we do? There's 3 dots here, and we can mute the video. You have to either have background music or not for the whole video. So our only choice here, if you want one set of sounds, is to mute the video. These were all just photos, remember. And yet, look at all the motion that's in the photos. I love that. This last one I don't think I like, so I'm just going to remove it. And now we have highlight video with video clips, still shots that have motion, and music. You click save, and in a few minutes, you will have a rendered highlight video. Now let's take a look on the mobile device. Now I'm going to create that same highlight video using the phone. This happens to be my iPhone, but it works just the same on the Android. Open up Google Photos. I am going to find an album of the videos and photos that I want to put in it. I will select them all and then tap the plus and highlight video. I want it to be in landscape mode, so I tap that little button and choose 16:9 rather than 9:16. Then let's take a look at what it looks like.
Is on the road. Look right. Still look.
The first thing you notice is that it's a horizontal layout of the timeline of the videos and photos. So you have to get used to a new way of working with it. If I want to adjust how much of that video shows, I have to tap on it. That expands that one video piece. Now I can move the end over to where I want it. Then you tap off of it in order to go back to the shortened timeline. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. And now this one is a photo. And notice there is no motion in the photo. I showed you how a motion photo shows up on the computer, but it just doesn't do it. But where they've taken away, they have given. And it's in this thing called motion. And you have the choice of no motion or pan and zoom. So you can't have the motion from the motion or live photo, but you can have some just in and out pan and zoom. So same thing with this one. You're not going to see the swan moving, but we can at least make the picture pan and zoom. So that's how you work with this horizontal timeline. You tap on an item, you tap off it. You tap on the next item, you tap off it. You tap on the next item, etc., etc. When you're on an item, you can choose to turn on pan and zoom. If you want to move an item, you touch and hold and then just drag it to the place where you want it. If you want to remove an item, you tap it and then remove. To get music, you tap on the music. I think I'll go with this one. When you're done, you tap save. And it will take a minute. You'll get a notice when you have a completed highlight video. Phew. So just to review that a little bit, Movie Maker is now called Highlight Video everywhere. But on the computer, it still works like it used to. One of the things that I loved how it used to is it would take the little video portion of live and motion photos. On the phone is the new version of the old Movie Maker, and it adds pan and zoom. That's nice, but it takes away the little video portion of the live. And you can rewatch those videos anytime. They will be on our website by tomorrow.
At least.
And you can just type geeksontour.com/825 or 826.
Okay.
One more. The premium editing features have been on the phone for a while. Now, some of them are on the computer. So, for example, here, and you might recognize this guy behind us, Michael Daniels. Hi, Michael. Notice on the top picture is normal. That's the original. On the bottom picture, our faces are brighter. That's the portrait tool. And notice the background is black and white and a little bit blurred out. That's the color focus. But there's no magic eraser. Hopefully it's coming, but it's been a while. Advanced searches.
There's a lot there.
Yeah. They say that searching has gotten much more powerful this year. I think it's just as... I haven't found any really good examples of that, but I do want to just encourage you to type anything you can think of about a photo, and you might be surprised. And if you have my book, in chapter 5, there's a bunch... most of these examples are listed there in chapter 5. Searching by dates, searching by contents, searching by text, searching by color, searching by phone that took the picture or camera. Okay, that's all I have to say about that.
Sure. Well, please go ahead, and if you're on YouTube, do all the things that you're supposed to do. Click the bell to be notified whenever we go live. And it really helps us if you like us and comment and do all the things that need to be done there. Another reminder about the Backstage Pass. It's a Zoom meeting right after this show. You get the link from an email that Chris sent out earlier today. Or you can go to our website at geeksontour.com, and the member login page has the link right there. You should be able to get there. Other questions? Let's see. I have a few people in here. I guess I need to put that. Let's see. Since I didn't pay to use Edit.
You use Edit, More, and Eraser. Now, so Eraser is not something that comes with Google Photos. It must be a separate app that you have installed. I'll need to check that out. Because yes, under Edit and More, I have several different apps there. Like, that's where Snapseed is for me. And yeah, there is a way to delete stuff in Snapseed. But anyway.
Okay, hi from Pennsylvania. Magic Eraser, erase versus camouflage.
Erase versus camouflage, yeah.
Good question.
Camouflage is just a coloring. So in one photo, I do have an example, there's a big red curtain over a window, and it's completely distracting to the rest of the picture, but I can't remove the curtain. It just doesn't work. So I highlight it, choose camouflage, and now the red curtain becomes the brown color of the rest of the background.
Okay. Ellen's on North Carolina coast. Photo McMahon is in Carlsbad. We've been there. The auto feature works on a video shared with me from someone else.
Good to know, Michael. Good to know. Yeah. So, yeah, it doesn't have to be taken with a pixel, just being edited with a pixel.
Okay.
Pixel 8.
Pixel 8. After editing the audio, does the person that shared it with you hear the edited version? I can see the YouTube creators really utilizing this to reduce noise, like wind noise. Michael says you have to share it with a video with the audio edits. It creates a copy. Perfect. Okay. I think we're up to date there then. And what do you think? Well, did you learn something? I know I did. Where's that? Take that away. Okay. What is this button called? Is it the sharing, the faces, the message, or profile?
That is the sharing button, and I look for it at the bottom of the screen on my phone, but as soon as I get the new memories button, sharing moves to the top.
Okay, next. True or false? Google Photos now groups and categorizes images of documents.
True.
How does it do that?
I have no idea.
It's magic. What used to be called Movie Maker is now called what? Is it Video Creator, Highlight Video, Cinema Maker, or Action?
B, Highlight Video.
True or false? The info on a photo now includes the amount of storage space that photo takes.
True. Very handy.
Can be handy.
Unfortunately, it's only single photo by single photo. You can't do it in groups.
Okay. And where can you find Chris's list of all updates to Google Photos?
geeksontour.com/GP updates.
Perfect. Okay, true or false, Magic Eraser is available on the web version of Google Photos.
False.
Not yet.
Right, not yet.
Is it coming?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Oh, what good are you? Are there any more?
Nope.
Okay, the Backstage Pass. Very cool. It'll be here. Get the link. Chris, what's the webpage? Lists all of our YouTube shows.
geeksontour.com, and the menu item is YouTube show.
And the webpage that has all of our recent newsletters.
And one just went out.
Oh, yeah.
geeksontour.com, and the menu item is blogs and news. You'll find the archive of our 15 years of monthly newsletters there.
Okay. Why do people pay $58 a year to join Geeks on Tour?
There's several member benefits. You get to ask us any questions in the Q&A. You get the the private Zoom meetings after these. You get written notes from these shows. And some people join just to say thank you and to contribute to our Pixel 8 fund. Say thank you for all that we do for free. And there's a ton of stuff for free on our website.
Okay. Anything else? Become a member at geeksontour.com. Sign up for our newsletters at Geeks on Tour. Become a premium member. Do all those things. I'm Jim.
I'm Chris.
And we are Geeks on Tour. And we'll see you next time, won't we?
Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays.
All of those
if we don't
things.
see you.
Yeah? Wait a minute.
Well, we'll definitely see you tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, same channel. Here we will be answering questions.
There's a Christmas tree for you.
Ah, okay.
All right, then. Catch us next time on What Does This Button Do? And we'll see you tomorrow with Ask Chris Anything. Bye-bye.